everybody, welcome back to the Girly Girl Bookworm. Don't you love when you're in the middle of filming and then your iMovie just decides that it doesn't want to film you anymore and turns off and deletes everything you've already filmed? Really? That just happened to me right now. I'm pretty upset. Okay, so I'm going to refilm this video and pray that I get through it a little bit faster and maybe it won't shut down on me. So as you can tell, this is the book, down here, book, back to school book tag. I can't talk now that I just did that whole thing. This is a tag. I have no idea who started it. I watched it on Books and Lala's channel and I was like, I want to do that, even though I don't technically go back to school because I do. I'm a teacher, but I'm not a student anymore. But I thought it'd be fun nonetheless. So, got the questions right here. First category, name your favorite author's writing style or your book's writing style, like your favorite writing style. The first author I picked was Gone Girl, Gillian Flynn, because of Gone Girl, and then I also picked Diana Chamberlain because of The Secret Life of C.C. Wilkes. Both authors, amazing. I love the suspense, I love the twists, I love the tricks, I love the game of trying to figure out what the whole thing is happening and why. So definitely that is my new writing style. I love the thrillers, I love to guess, and I love the chase, basically. The next question is math, a book that made you frustrated. I picked two, but as I was filming it the last time, I realized there's technically three. The first one I picked was The Dolphin People by Thorsten Kroll. Why are you doing this? Okay, by Thorsten Kroll. This is back when I first started my channel that I read this. I remember reviewing this book and being so annoyed by it. And then that goes the same with A Discovery of Witches by Deborah Harkness. And I remember being so angry with both of these books. And I remember getting hate comments because I was too young to understand these books or whatever. That's why I didn't appreciate them. Yet I was 22 years old, at least, I think. Yeah, 22 years old, because my channel's going to be 3. And I turned 25 in less than a month. So I remember people being like, you're too young to understand it, you're too young, blah, 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 you're being, whatever. And it was no, these books were just really frustrating and really bad. This book, Discovery of Witches, is one of those series that I've kind of wanted to finish, but these books are so expensive and I haven't found them cheap. I bought this first book for $1, and I haven't been able to get the rest of the books. And I even forgot to include this book, I'm almost positive, in my unfinished book series. And I honestly don't think I would ever finish them anyways, so that's totally cool. And then this book was just disgusting and very frustrating because it just didn't make much sense to me at all. I don't even think I would like it going back to rereading it. And then my third one that I remembered when I was filming it was The Series of Unfortunate Events. That is just one long series that is just frustrating, and I persevered and read them anyways. The next question relates to science, and it's a book that really made you think or question things, and I wasn't sure if it wanted to take it literally, oh, it's a mystery kind of thing, or literally, metaphorically, philosophically, or whatever. So I picked The 5 People You Meet in Heaven by Mitch Albom. I'm holding it this way or it will glare like crazy. This one just kind of makes you think, what 5 people would you see in heaven? Who did you affect in your life? Who's affected your life? Who's passed on? And just things like that. Mitch Albom's books tend to make you think. I've read 3 or 4 things by him by now, and each one just makes you think. The next book is a history question. Your favorite book from a different time period. I picked Daughters of Rome by Kate Quinn. You've heard enough of her lately. I've been raving like crazy. I've read 3 of her books. I've started a 4th one by her now. And I just have so much fun in her world of Rome and things like that. And it's one of my favorites. The next one is your favorite book with pictures for art class. And as I was saying before, there's no books with pictures that I really love because most of my books don't have pictures in them. because I'm not a big graphic novel fan. I've read maybe one graphic novel in my like whole life. So I chose Why We Broke Up by Danielle Handler. I did not like this book. I remember giving it like 3 stars, and that was being very generous. And I just love this book for the pictures. Like, I will keep this book on my shelf for like ever just because of the pictures. They're just awesome. And then drama, a book that you would love to see turned into a movie. Nowadays, what book isn't turned into a movie? I feel like everything you've read has been turned into a movie lately. So I went with Burn for Burn by by Jenny Han and Siobhan Vivian. Granted, this is probably more like a TV series / is this really going to be cool on a movie screen? Probably not to most people. It's not going to be one of those blockbuster hits. But I think it would be really fun, especially since it's contemporary, but it also kind of has a smidge of paranormal. And it's just, I feel like it's very relatable, and I think it's fun. So that's that. And then 10 by Gretchen McNeil. Granted, this is basically just a retelling of And Then There Were None. And there is a movie of And Then There Were None. Granted, it's like black and white and wicked old. But that's okay. I think this would be really fun, especially with teenagers. And it would just be cool. Because I loved this book, pretty much. So why wouldn't I want it to be a movie? And then, that's the next question. Lunch. And it's basically like, what kind of food would you like to try from your book? So I took it literally and kind of not literally. So this book is Tiger's Curse, obviously by Colleen Hope. Most of this book takes place in India. I'm not the biggest Indian food person. I don't even think I've really had Indian food, but I think it would be fun to try. And I remember actually like listening to this and thinking it sounded really good. So this, but I also picked The Kitchen Daughter by Jael McHenry. I read this, I think like right before I started my channel, when I really started getting into reading again. And this is about this woman, and she's taking care of her, not her sister pretty much, because her parents just up and die, and she's trying to clean the house and things like that. But like the things that really calm her is cooking, and she cooks these recipes that have been left by family members and like things like that. And if she has a connection kind of to the card, and I think if the person's passed, she could kind of like reconnect with them kind of thing. It's kind of paranormally kind of thing. And the start of each chapter, I remember it having a recipe. So I took that literally because it's got recipes. And then the same thing with recipes with I Loved, I Lost, I Made Spaghetti, a memoir of good food and bad boyfriends by Julia Malucci. I also read this and didn't like it, but I remember saying I would keep this just for the recipes because I remember there being good recipes in here. So food I would like to try. The next question has to do with music or band. What's your favorite? What character has your music style? And honestly, I don't think I have a music style. I listen to country. I listen to like the top 100 kind of songs. Like I listen to a bunch of stuff. And to be honest, when I'm paying attention to a character, I'm not paying attention to their music listening style. I couldn't tell you this music style of any of my characters, so I'm not going to even try that question. And then Bus Ride Home, a book or author that is relaxing to you. And I picked Nicholas Sparks. I feel like his books are just so relaxing, and they're just so easy to pick up and just read. I picked Dear John to show you because Dear John was my very first Nicholas Sparks book that I read about 2 years ago, I think, and I've almost read all of his books by now. There's just about, I think, 5 that I haven't read. So I just think he's really relaxing and fun to read. And then Extra Credit, a book someone recommended that you enjoyed. Hello, we're on YouTube. What book isn't recommended to us lately? I feel like every book is in our face being recommended, but I decided to pick one that I actually had like a friend recommend me that I actually read and enjoyed. And I had to go back to Diane Chamberlain with The Secret Life of C.C. Wilkes. One of my best friends from real life had told me, this is a really good book, you should read it. And I was like, yeah. And then I found it in a bookstore for like 50 cents. And I was like, I'll try it. And ever since then, I've been in love with Diane Chamberlain. So I kind of had to include this in this video. So that is the back to school book tag. I hope you enjoyed. If you feel like doing this, I tag you, and I tag you, and I tag you. So you go make this video and let me know down below, and I will totally go watch it. I have my weekly wrap-up hopefully for you tomorrow if I could film it. I know Patrick's getting home early tomorrow, so hopefully I can get past my